Check 2, 1, 2. Hello. Welcome to this episode of Graduated with the one and only Matt Steffen, whose phone just vibrated. Rude. Anyway, Matt Steffen, hi. How are you doing?
Hi, Monica.
Hi. First podcast experience, I just learned.
This is my first podcast experience.
Wow.
I'm kind of scared to hear my voice alone on its own. You know, we're going to talk about videos. I've made some YouTube videos in my time.
But you were younger.
But a straight audio
much
track.
riper.
Yeah.
Riper? Youth? Less ripe? I don't know.
Less ripe.
That's right. Jesus, Kenny. Anyway. So, Matt, happy to have you here.
Thank
You're
you,
a good
Monica.
friend of mine. We met a few summers ago.
Yep, Kelowna.
In Kelowna. Because we started working together at Spare Parts. Lol.
Well, hey, come on. That was a good gig.
You know what? It was fun.
It was fun. It was all about the people.
It was fun. Shaking hands.
Shaking hands.
Selling
shades.
How many hands did you shake while working there?
I don't know.
You shook a lot of hands, man. Sold a lot of watches.
A lot of gentle touches to the wrist.
A lot of shoulder brief. Yeah, warranty.
A lot of 180-degree pass-bys.
Oh my God.
A lot of FABs.
Oh, a lot of fabs.
Some general
That makes
sales
me happy.
tactics for everyone
Just
who's
some,
super confused
the gold
right
star
now.
selling. Gold star selling. What is it? Like gold freeds? Gold star selling?
Yeah, the guy had
techniques?
the word gold in his name.
Yeah, it was gold. Something gold. So that was how we met. And then you moved here a couple years ago back to Vancouver, because I moved back after the end of the summer. And then you moved here a couple years later to, you moved to the city for your app.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That was kind of the main
for the
thing.
app.
But before we get into that, I just want to know, just tell everyone, where'd you grow up? How did that go?
Yeah. No, I'm born and raised Regina, Saskatchewan. Lived in the same house, very classic story. Lived in the same house my entire life.
The burbs?
Yep. Right in the burbs. We lived
Love
on a
it.
grove. Very safe. Very safe. Not a single
safe.
B&E.
Did you
in my
lock the
entire
door?
life.
Did you lock your front door?
You know what? My father's pretty about that.
He still was a little worried.
He does he checks everything.
Yeah.
Can't even really
Tedious
leave
man.
the bay without watching the garage door close type of
Wow.
paranoia.
Wow. I think that's just a dad thing, though. I think you're gonna, when you're a dad.
You gotta protect your
and
castle, I understand.
you do.
I understand.
Jesus. Okay. So cool. Burbs. And then you moved. Then you went to, is the first time you moved away from home, was that going to Kelowna for university?
Yeah, 18. So right after high school.
Oof, that's fresh.
Some people take a year off, and
Yeah, you didn't.
I respect that.
Okay.
But for me, Kelowna was kind of like a big vacation anyway. I'd actually never been there before I moved there, though.
Right.
Same thing with Vancouver. I'd never been before I moved, but Kelowna was just, it had it all. They
Yeah, it
gave
does.
a fantastic pitch at my high school too.
Really?
Yeah, I'll always remember that first conversation. Kelly was the girl.
Kelly.
Came into the library.
Shout out to Kelly.
Shout out to Kelly if you're listening.
Hopefully this reaches you,
I
Kelly.
hope wherever you are in the world, you did a great job.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean everything, right? For me, I was big into snowboarding at the time, and Big White was a huge draw, and that's what got me out there.
Because it's so close, and it's is it a cheaper mountain to ride at? Probably cheaper.
Call it a family mountain, yeah.
Yeah.
It's affordable.
It's affordable.
Yeah.
It's medium price point. Love it. Okay,
Yeah.
so then you went to university. Were you always? I guess you were always planning on going to university then. That was never a up in the air thing. You were
No.
set.
That
on
was
it.
that was
You were
one
primed.
of those. Oh, for sure. Since
Okay.
elementary school,
Oh wow. Okay.
way back.
Yeah.
It's just kind of always in the cards.
Yeah. You're just I'm gonna be. What were you gonna be?
Well, more so just supportive parents.
Okay.
My parents were always making it known that they were going to support in any way to get me through school.
Okay.
So it was.
I love that.
You kind of want to make mom and dad proud. So
For sure.
that was a big thing for me.
That's
And
super cute.
obviously, always interested in sort of business and that side of
Mm-hmm.
things. And university was a good option to, pursue that.
Made sense. Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing after high school. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, we don't really know what's going on. We didn't have social media.
Barely.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, was Twitter around? Like, no, we didn't know really what was going on at all. It was all about the newspaper.
And Hotmail.
MSN.
You know,
Yeah.
Cheers to MSN.
Cheers to MSN. Oh, all the caps lock and squiggly lines.
What
and
was your
stars.
first email account?
monkeykid_14.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, at hotmail.com. What was yours?
monkeybutt_9 at msn.com. That's hard to believe.
That's weird.
MSN
weird.
too. My sister made it. I was like, you couldn't get me a Hotmail domain.
Whoa, you had to get an MSN.
I was the weird guy with the
Really short domain. Ooh, it's not legit at all. No, I made mine Monkey Kid because my cousin's was Monkey Tail.
Well,
So she was like the epitome of cool to me, and so I had to be kind of like her in a way. Anyway, okay, so then you went to UBCO Okanagan.
yeah.
You did your degree. You're working
Almost.
on it.
I'm hacking my way through it.
So what's your, like, when you graduate, which who knows, what is like your degree called? Like what
Management.
faculty are you in?
Yeah.
You're in business management. Mm-hmm. Cool. Love it. So I guess you have a little bit left.
That's actually the plan is to close that off this September.
Yeah, because I remember talking to you a little while ago, like maybe last year or something, and you were like, I really just want to be that dropout that just doesn't finish their university and just makes it anyway. So I'm sad that you have to go back. I wanted that for you.
I know.
But oh well, that's okay.
The biography is taking a turn for the normal.
Oh God, went to the norm.
Yeah.
I really wanted you to have the Lambo with the dropout license plate.
Just here in my garage.
Make sure the garage door closes. Okay, so then you moved to Vancouver to start Fest Feed.
Yes.
And I remember talking to you when we were working together. You're like, oh, I have this idea. Like, it's starting. I can't tell you, though, top secret, which really pissed me off.
I don't know
I hate
about that,
shit.
Monica.
Yeah, you were top secret with it. It pissed me off because I obviously wanted to know. Okay, so you started getting this idea. Things are happening. How did you know it was actually going to be possible? Like, was there a point when you're like, oh my God, like, this thing's going to, like, get made, or like we're gonna get funding, or like was there a turning point where it was just kind of on?
It's a good question. I think for going into like our first kick at the can, so to speak, where our expectation, like we all kept our expectations pretty low and just looked at it as enjoying the journey. You know, trying to go after each opportunity that's immediately facing you rather than trying to think too far ahead, because to be honest, I mean, still to this day I have no idea what we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
You can just fake it till you make it. So
you make it, you know, just believe in yourself.
Yes. Trust the process.
Yeah.
Trust the process. I don't know.
Interesting. But you did like the next big thing, right? Was that the thing?
That was the biggest, yeah. For sure, because that meant you know, that we were being recognized by a larger community of, you know, people that just have more clout.
Yeah.
Like Vancouver's just a bigger center for me. Moving from Kelowna, which it was pretty easy for us to kind of get picked up in the technology scene because there's not a lot happening there. So to have a little bit more visibility in somewhere like Vancouver for us, that for sure was the moment where it was like, okay, now stuff's like happening.
It's going.
We can leverage this program, and you know, Ryan Holmes being one of the co-founders, we like must have said that guy's name, you know, 1,000 times while we were in the program.
And I also know this person, and yeah, you got a network.
Got a network. Network is your net worth.
It is. I totally believe it is. I'm totally exploiting mine by using this with this podcast. But anyway, so no, that's just, you know, we can delete that out later.
Well, exploiting's not the right.
So, okay, anyways, so that's kind of the past, I guess. Like, I mean, you're kind of in a transition phase right now. You're moving to Toronto for a new opportunity. Like, you got a job. So are you kind of, like, leaving Fest Feed, or, like...
Yeah, we can talk about that. It's tough to put into words right now.
Yeah.
Because I get asked that a lot.
Like what's fresh.
What's happening, and... I think for us, we came to a point where we've been working on something so intensely for 3.5 years. And when we got to that point where we weren't, like, we were making revenue, but we weren't breaking even.
Right.
So you get everyone around the table and you say, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to go work somewhere else, or do you want to give up, a bunch of equity and go try and raise money, which is time consuming, and honestly raising money is, you get kicked in the teeth a lot. It's really hard.
I know.
It's kind of like asking for handouts too, it's not fun.
So hard. I remember one time you telling me, you're like, yeah, this guy said on his LinkedIn profile he wants to meet up and give help, but then I email him twice and there's nothing. Like, what the hell is with these people?
Yeah,
it's tough to break that.
It's a tough game, for sure.
That's tough. Well, exciting news for you though.
Yes, no, so this
Toronto's
new opportunity,
dope.
Toronto will be.
From what I've heard, I've never been, but whatever, it sounds
You've never
cool.
been?
No.
When are you going to come visit?
When do you move? I'll go.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Move is planned for next week.
Yeah, wild.
Toronto, we'll see. I mean, I was hoping the Leafs could make the playoffs just so the whole city was really
that would be
rowdy.
Sweet. So they're not making it.
They got kicked out yesterday.
Yeah, people were asking me to come watch the Leafs game, and I was like, I'm an Oilers fan. Like, why would I even watch that?
That's
they're
blasphemy.
Not watching hockey right now because it's just bag on my head. There's no point. But yeah, okay, that's why Leafs were gonna make the playoffs. Too bad they didn't.
I know.
I would have been go Leafs. You know what? Go Leafs.
Yeah, you gotta just kind of cheer for the Canadian teams.
Whatever Canadian team makes it past that. Okay, love it. So, yeah. So, okay, so you got a job now.
What
are you doing now for work?
I am the Director of Business Development, a title that I have given myself. Working with a company that's called Frontrunner Technologies. It's really an interesting idea.
I'm sorry.
Is that funny?
Sounded like you said fart runners. It was funny. Keep going. Just say
that's one
front
of our
runners.
That's one of our
front
divisions.
Runners.
Yeah.
Front
runner.
Sorry.
Frontrunner is a technology platform.
I'm a child.
Monica?
Okay, is it technology? Yeah, I'm listening.
Buzzword. We basically, in the basic level, we take for lease commercial real estate. So when you're walking down Granville Street's a good example. Tons of for lease retail space right now.
Sadly. WTF.
Very sad.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of it just being dark, empty space, we go in and we try and inspire awe and uplift.
Awe and uplift, everybody.
With vibrant content.
Vibrant content. Vibrant content. Okay,
And
I love it. I think that's dope. That's a really good idea. Do you know how much I hate looking at empty storefronts?
I agree. It's
Fuck that
useless
shit.
space.
I hate it.
And we're doing some other cool stuff. What really got me interested in the business is there's one division that's advertising. So we do run ads in the windows, but we have a bunch of other divisions where we're working with some really cool partners. So right now we already have CBC, we have Bloomberg, we have the art gallery in Ontario. What are they called? Ontario Art Gallery, OAG. Anyways, so to put other content into windows.
Okay, I like it. See,
right?
That's what I think is brilliant. And I think too, even with, because you've told me about this before, it's just so cool. And I think even with ads, it's just such a whole new it's a whole new medium of art that you can really create. That's floor level, that's ground level. You're walking next to people. You're at eye level, whereas most billboards and stuff, they're up high. You're kind of oh, you need to get the idea to an ad right away. But then you're walking by, you kind of have a few more minutes that, it's cool. I'm excited to see what comes out of it because I'm all for art and cool, making something cooler that could be.
Sure.
So I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, no, we've seen some cool stuff happen. One really cool case study I like to bring up was in Regina, actually. We ran Christmas movies in the downtown core. We took a 20-foot window and we ran Christmas movies, just straight content.
Brilliant.
And it actually brought people around to gather and just take in that movie. Yeah. Which is kind of a cool idea of thinking about, we call ourselves public space pioneers. That idea that you're bringing public space back to the public by putting interesting content that while you're walking around during your day, we can tell you the weather or give you some Bloomberg updates. Or for CBC, we really wanted to do the Olympics.
Yeah.
Why can't I walk down Granville Street and catch, somebody's run using existing infrastructure that's already there. So there's a couple cool angles, and I like it. I'm excited to see where it goes too. So
me too.
it's a fun team to be on.
I bet.
Yeah, it's moving
amazing.
fast, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
How did you get this job? Is my question.
It's a good question.
How did that happen? Because, I mean, I guess you've networked quite a bit, like, through Fast Feed, but, like, was there a job opening? Like, how did you hear about this company? Like, I don't want to say, like, how did you hear about this company, but, like, how did you get this job? Like, did you meet somebody that...
Yeah, it's kind of
got you
a
into it,
roundabout string for sure, like a weird series of events. But my roommate in Kelowna, my best friend all throughout high school growing up, actually worked for this company. Mm-hmm. His sister was really close with the founder, sort of, Regina's a small city, and he was an intern for them, going around actually we use projection systems, that's how we put the content into the windows. And so he was actually going around, like, installing them, and had nothing but good things to say about the founder and the team. So I was back in Saskatchewan in September, and this was right when we came together, everyone at Fast Feed, and we're like, you know what, let's start working somewhere else and keep the project alive, and we'll bring on our existing clients, and we'll see where it goes. So anyways, I was looking for part-time work, and I ran into the founder of this company, his name's Nathan Elliott, at a Rough Riders game, and we had both had a few beers. And
romantic, yeah.
Very romantic,
yeah.
It was Labor Day Classic.
Yep.
And I basically right there on the spot pitched him on, hey man, I'm out in Vancouver. I love what you guys are doing. I want to expand it out there. And it started very casual, and over, sort of 2 or 3 months, I kind of just built, I actually submitted a proposal to him and was basically said, hey, I want to work for you. This is the relationship that I want to have. And it's just really, as things have progressed with the business, I've just kind of integrated more and more into the company. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, it's been cool.
You're getting in there. Get in there.
Yeah.
I love it. That's so exciting.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so another businessy type question.
Okay.
I know you're really good at sales from first-hand experience, a lot of handshaking, whatever, and networking, because, I mean, that's just who you are, Matt. You're so personable and lovely. But now you're moving this skill to a bigger scale. So you're kind of doing more like business-to-business sales, or like getting funding and that sort of thing. How do you stay genuine?
That's the $1 million question right there.
I know. Or do you have like a different business persona while you're trying to lock down these deals? Like, do you go into like business Matt and like fun Matt is kind of just watching, or like how does it work? Because that's what was hard for me in sales, was being like, yes, you should really get this thing, but then I also know all the annoying things to do with it too, and like I could totally talk you out of it just as easily as I could talk you into it. Yeah. So like how do you stay on that like positive side, or like the sales side all the time?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think the idea of having like two personas is tough to come to terms with, but in reality, you're on, like, when I'm sitting on the couch at home, you're and with friends and whatnot, you're not in sales mode. Yeah. Quotations around that.
Yeah.
I think when I'm working with, like, we're dealing with agencies now, what I'm realizing more and more is just that people are smart, and I think being a good salesperson, you have to really believe in what you're selling. Mm-hmm. Like fully believe that it's going to help them. Yeah. And then for me, I don't find it I find it really natural, because I'm sharing my excitement for this widget or this thing, and sort of trying to profess why I think it's going to help them and how it's going to help them. So in that very roundabout answer of staying genuine is first believing in whatever it is.
Yeah, you have to love the product for sure.
Like Nixon watches and sunglasses that we were selling, like it's it's a little more persona based.
Sometimes it's a bit of a stretch. Like you're definitely schmoozing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't love the white fox sunglasses that you're
don't.
About to sell.
You don't.
But you love the commission, right?
You love the commission.
Yeah.
You love what you can buy with it. You just kind of want your day to go well.
Yeah, and if they love them, sweet,
and
bro.
And sometimes you just want to get a good laugh, and you just want to just make somebody's day.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I'm over sales personally. I worked in sales for 10 years.
You slogged it out.
Yeah, I did. I'm done for now.
Not even wearing a Michael Kors watch right now.
I'm not.
Too.
They're all R.I.P. Well, I mean, I have them, but they're just at rest.
Yeah.
Buried deep in the jewelry bin, which every girl has. Okay, so you're working in the tech industry. So
Yep.
I have a couple questions about the tech industry, and
Let's
I
do
want to
it.
know a bit more. Because I'm not in the tech industry, I feel like I've tried to go in there, but I just feel like I've been blackballed because they're like, what? Like, you have an English lit degree, like you have nothing to offer. Like, how does it? Anyway, whatever. That's personal trauma. Okay, but you're working in the tech industry. From your experience, how does the desire... Okay, let me back up and realize why I asked this question. So I read the book called The Innovators by Walter Isaacson, which is a biography, or it's not a book called a biography, I don't know. He basically talks about the development of the computer and the internet and how many people went into it and how it kind of started and whatever. And it's a really great, it's a bit tedious of a novel.
It's pretty dry, I've heard.
You read it?
No, I've just heard.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty dry, it's pretty boring, but I was like, okay, I need to be convinced on this internet thing.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know why and the hows. And it started out being like, people just wanted to share information for free.
Yeah.
It was meant to be free, everyone should have access, free. It was meant to be this, like, kind of utopia of, like, information sharing that is non-regulated, whatever. That was kind of like the initial idea, I think, behind like the whole internet, like sharing computer games is basically what it was about.
Yeah.
So, okay, but now, I mean, it's so different from that now. And like, I just want to know, like, how does the desire of monetary gains complicate the seemingly socialist-esque world of tech?
Yeah. I think, like, we have the conversation about, like, exponential. So the idea that if you have a ladder with 30 steps, right? And you go logarithmically, like you just, or not logarithmically, sorry, you go.
It's a good word, though. I'm happy you said it.
Yeah. You put that so eloquently.
Yeah.
I'm like flustered now. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Sorry. It's a tough question because I want to know, like, from the inside. Like, now there's so many, like, apps wanting to get funding, like, to be the next Facebook kind of thing.
Exactly.
So it was just built out of boredom and fun, and then now it's, like, $1 billion thing and money, and people want the money out of it.
No, that's a good point.
So, I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, just loosely, like, there's no answer to this question. Like,
very loosely, I
what you've
think
experienced.
that it's always about the problem. It's always about the problem for me. The bigger the problem, the more monetary gain there is. So the idea that people chase monetary gain, you can do that, but you got to think really, really, and a lot of times you have to be in the tech space because then you understand how you can solve people's problems better with the technology that's there.
Okay.
But this idea that you're going to go in and, do something like from the socialist perspective, like you had mentioned, that usually comes, the best ideas usually come from that mindset because they're trying to genuinely solve a problem, like a big problem. So in the example of Frontrunner, problem is empty space. And we make it even finer and we say empty retail space. So that's actually quantifiable and it's a massive problem. And it's a massive problem everywhere. Yeah. So that's where there's, for me and what got me excited about the team is that there's an actual opportunity to solve a really big problem. Yeah. And that's what I think people got excited about with Facebook is it was a problem that we didn't really even know we had, which was this idea of reprogramming our brains to get excited about things like a like, right? Like people actually, I heard this the other day that if you have 4 notifications on Facebook that are unread, you actually get more excited about that than if a friend was to pick up the phone and call you. Like your brain gets more excited about it.
Whoa, interesting.
So Facebook knows that.
Yeah.
And they will put...
Facebook, I guess, knows everything.
They do. Apparently,
they know
do.
fucking everything at this point. I mean, they know what we're doing. They know what we're talking about for sure.
Oh, for sure they're listening. We're probably going to see ads tomorrow for...
Mark Zuckerberg. I kind of love Mark Zuckerberg.
The alien.
He's hilarious.
Have you seen any of those memes that came out of the thing he did?
Oh, I'm the meme queen.
Have you seen the robot memes one? The robot?
Where he's walking his dog. Yeah, it's so good.
His knees are backwards. I love that.
It's so funny because he's just such a nerd. Like, he's just such a, he's just
So much
perfect.
good.
He's so perfect in so many ways. But yeah, thank you for that answer.
I'm riffing. Half a 33 acres logger.
Yeah, I mean,
now we're flowing.
I don't know what we're supposed to expect. Like, I don't know if we're going to get the same originality out of ideas anymore. Like, there seems to be, there's a lot of, like, this works in conjunction with this, and, like, it's all kind of great, and
integrations and all that stuff.
Yeah, like, the minute you start using there's one piece of technology, there's so many other problems that it has, so you can, like, supplement it, so there's, like, yeah, but it's getting that initial, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, no, the originality of ideas is going to get really interesting as we get new mediums. Like, we talked about mediums at the start.
Yeah.
This idea of augmented reality and virtual reality.
I haven't tried virtual reality yet, so
Really?
I'll have to try that. Because do you have a little thing at your place?
We do have, like, very basic.
Yeah,
but
that sounds fine.
The best
I'm
is
into that.
Richmond, yo. They have...
Richmond.
It's a plug for the boys over at Emerge VR. We've been...
It's fine. I'm all about plugs.
We've spent like 7 or 8 hours
Super
there.
Gross for anyone who... Anyway, thinks that... No. Sorry, you spent how many hours?
Are you still on plugs?
I just said I'm really into plugs, and I just think that came out a little bit wrong. And as we're learning, I'm a child, so just keep going. You were saying something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was listening, I swear.
We were talking about farts. And
They're fucking useless. No. You were talking about your buddies in Richmond.
Oh, VR, yeah. We go to Emerge VR. You can do...
Emerge VR.
They've got it all set up. You get this own, like, your own little booth. And then if you go with a friend, you get put in separate rooms, but you play in VR together. So you get into virtual world and you have a headset on.
Okay. So what's in the virtual world?
We killed zombies. That's what.
Kill zombies.
Yeah, very classic.
Isn't that, like, also too real? Like, that's pretty real.
Oh, it was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying.
That sounds really scary.
And that was the coolest part. It's like this proof of concept of what's coming.
Yeah.
It got me super excited.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool. I gotta get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go there.
You gotta go.
Maybe when there's maybe I'll read a book first about VR, and then I'll go in and try it, because that seems to be my personal route. Okay, so when do you feel the most inspired? What provokes innovation and inspiration for you?
Ooh, innovation and inspiration. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think I'm like pretty vocal. Like, I have to talk it through with somebody.
Yeah.
I gotta be in a room, with some people talking through it.
Yeah.
Like, whiteboarding is my favorite. Like, that's my jam. I love getting just ideas flowing.
Yeah.
I'm not really the type of person that likes to take stuff away and, like, meditate on it or think it through. I kind of like to talk it through. So that's probably when I feel the most inspired, is when I'm riffing with people that I, work well with. And
Having a good team.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's super inspiring.
Huge.
Yeah. I like a good team, too.
Yeah.
Gets me fired up. I don't know, I was talking to someone about this before, about, like, group projects, and then there's group projects, I don't know, I made up some other thing that I was like, yeah, university group projects can all burn in hell. I don't care, they're horrible. Nothing good ever came out of mine, other than I realized that I hate doing group projects, but when you work together as a group, that's something. Or, like, when people come together and, like, play on a team, or, like,
chemistry,
all work together for the same thing, like, that's so good.
Yeah.
It's just, like, gets me going. Love it. Okay, so then that section's over. That's it.
Just like that.
I just snapped my fingers. So then what's next for you?
Ooh.
Like, how far in advance do you plan things? Because I don't know. Like, I don't really plan that far in advance, like, at all. I'm very spontaneous myself.
We're similar,
but, like,
in that sense.
do you have a life plan?
I have very vague. I mean, the craziest thing for me has been my sister had a baby in October.
Oh, yeah. You're obsessed with the baby.
I am so obsessed with that little life force.
Oh.
So, yeah, I have a niece, which is crazy for me because it, like, has changed the way that I think about, like, where, like, now I'm moving to Toronto. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, like, I really want to get back to be around as she grows up and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Which is, I think, funny because, you know, I only have one niece, but I think my sister has plans to have a few more, so
Yeah.
I think it's just the first one, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
first of many.
Yeah,
first
yeah,
of many.
yeah. Probably will care less about the, you know, as they come along. No, obviously not.
I
but
always like the youngest one the best.
yeah, you know, it's special, the first
'Cause
one.
I'm the
Oh, you're special.
Cute. Okay, but like
So-
life plan wise, so now are you gonna start having children?
No, not immediately. No. Definitely,
Just throw that in there.
definitely gonna put that on hold for as long as possible.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Until
that's
I'm,
cool.
I'll know, you know?
Yeah, you'll
Be the
know.
right person, though,
You'll
for
know.
sure. So that's step one.
Yeah.
Can't do it on my own.
It's true. Couple things in the world you just can't do it
Just
alone.
can't do it alone.
You got to whiteboard with some, I don't know. Okay, so like, do you want to, I don't know, I guess I can't really ask this yet because you don't know how you're going to like living in
try.
Toronto. I don't know, like, where do you think you want to live? Like,
Yeah,
buy a-
that's impossible.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
know. So I don't know. It's just stupid. That's just not a dumb question, but it's just like, I don't know either. Like, fuck
Yeah.
that shit.
I don't know. I think that's the reason I got into technology in the first place was this idea
Yeah.
of being like a world traveler with a laptop that you could like,
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be
work wherever
cool.
the hell you want. So,
I like that for you.
that would be fun.
Would you ever want to live in the States?
Yeah. I would love to check out California
Yeah.
and post up there for a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe on like a work visa. I don't know about extended period of time.
Yeah.
But I want to do the same thing in Europe. Like I really want to get over to Europe.
Have you been to Europe?
Briefly. School trip, 10 days.
Oh yeah, not enough. Where'd
No,
you go?
Super surface level. It was a cool route though. We went south of France, like French Riviera. So got to go to like Monaco and
Bougie.
so bougie. But like I'm bougie, you know.
You are a little bougie. Yeah, you are.
I love
I was
that.
checking out
I
those
love
sneakers. I'm like, yeah, okay.
A couple
alright.
stories about these sneakers.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
to get into that. Yeah, so like we just very surface level through Europe, but I knew that I wanted to go back.
Yeah.
That's what I learned on that
I
trip.
love it. I could keep
Yeah.
going back to Europe. I haven't been back for a couple of years, but I used to go as much as possible. And it's one of those, you just have to keep going. Like, there's just more.
Yeah.
The
What was your
people are
favorite
just
place?
Cool. Oh my God. I don't know. I think I had the coolest trip ever in Barcelona.
Sweet. I'd love to do Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona was really cool. I met a friend through a friend. Like, her and I just met up on the street. Like, our friend had told us over Facebook to meet, and we just did.
Beautiful.
And she's, like, the coolest girl ever. She's an artist, and she knew about all these, like, underground clubs and, like, shows that were going on and stores that were really
Wicked,
cool.
yeah.
She was just, like, the coolest person ever to know, and, like, that was...
So you had a full like
Sick.
local experience.
I had a full local experience. Yeah, it was really cool. So that's Europe, though.
Yeah.
If you find the one person who's like, let me show you where I go, like, it's fucking sick.
Just follow blindlessly, like blindly.
You can follow blindlessly anywhere you want. Yeah, it's really good. Unless it's like the movie Hostel, where they're like taking you on a road trip. Like, don't get in cars. But like if you're walking around.
I haven't
like,
seen
don't-
Hostel. Should I not
Oh,
watch?
okay.
I don't.
It's just, they're in like Transylvania or some shit. First of all, just
Step
don't
one, yeah.
Don't really go to Transylvania.
Mistake number
like,
one.
Nothing's going on there. Anyway, cool. So life plan for Matt
Yeah,
is
life plan.
TBA.
To be determined. We'll see.
TBD.
TBD.
TB
I don't know.
announced,
I
to be
think
determined,
the
yeah.
general plan will be to stay in Canada, get this degree done. I
The
would
next
love
bit.
to see, one of these. No, I'm just like kind of dedicated to these companies right now in the
Yeah.
short term. I like the idea of trying to do stuff a little bit younger and then take some time when I'm in my later 20s to do. That's when my plan is to do some traveling, and
Yeah.
I'll kind of flip it on its head.
I like that idea.
Some people like to travel after school. I'm just trying to do it in reverse, I guess.
I mean, you kind of have to go with like what opportunities you have. Like
Totally.
right now, like you have such good energy around you, and like
Wow.
things are going well. So like you kind of just have to ride that wave,
Thank
I
you.
think, until you realize you're like, it's a little stale. Maybe let's go try South America or some shit.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Love
Thank
it.
you, Monica. Wow. That's
So
really
the
nice.
serious shit. Well, yeah, I'm a nice person.
That is true.
So the serious shit's done. You can relax.
Beautiful.
Now
Okay.
you can unclench. You can take a deep breath and finish your beer. Yeah, I just want to do like the rapid fire questions because I fucking love this shit. I do what I want.
So we can swear.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I've been cussing this whole time. You haven't noticed.
No, I haven't. I've been so focused. I'm actually unclenched now.
Yeah, I know. You just slam the rest of your beer. Should we get another one?
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We can do whatever we want.
This is the best podcast I've ever been on.
Well, yeah. Kenny
with the clutch opener.
That's what you hired me for.
It is. It is. Oops.
Third time's a charm. I got you. That's for you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Ugh. It's so funny. I work in an office with all women, and we have one guy who's like an assistant at our office, and he just does everything. Like, I feel bad for him a little bit. We're just like, oh, can you lift this? Okay, well, I'll edit all that shit out. Anyway.
I like it. That's real.
Yeah, we can keep it. Yeah, we can keep it. Just that part where I said that. That shit. Okay, anyway. Rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire.
Party time. Okay, let's start it with a classic. Would you rather?
Okay.
This one's been really... I've been getting a lot of arguments about this one lately. Okay, would you rather have a sliver in your finger or a rock in your shoe for the rest of your life?
Sliver in the finger.
See, no one else says rock in the shoe. Why?
I don't know.
You're not wearing shoes all the time.
Well, if it's avoidable with just not wearing shoes. You know what? I love shoes. I like to wear shoes.
Yeah.
Even on the beach sometimes. You know, sliver in the finger for me. I'd hope it's my pinky sort of on the side so it's not super involved.
Oh my God.
I don't know. That was just immediate off the top.
Anyway, yeah, that's cool. Thank you for that explanation. What's your favorite swear word?
Ooh, that's a good one.
You don't swear that much.
Thank you. I don't know. I think...
See, the fact that it's hard. I mean, maybe it's like... I think...
super aggressive.
I think yours is like... I don't know.
Like the swear word.
Fuck?
Yeah,
Fuck's
well, fuck off. Like I say that a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, but in like an endearing way.
Well, you have a niece
Fuck
now.
off.
Well, you have a niece. You
yeah.
gotta be all PG.
Yeah, what's the word I've been trying to... wacky. That's a word I heard today. I'm trying to bring back.
Yeah, bring back wacky.
That's
I like that.
So,
You know what word I really like? Bizarre.
that's a good word.
I love bizarre. When anyone says in a sentence, oh my God, that's so bizarre, I'm always like, oh, I should say that more.
Get this. My mom does an art show every year. Most clever named art show, in my opinion. It's called Bizarrt. But they spell it like bizarre art. It's beautiful. Love it.
Your mom sounds amazing.
She should be on the podcast.
She should.
Honestly.
Okay,
She's
she's
more interesting.
actually
than
funny you mentioned that. She's my next guest.
Perfect. Janice Steffen.
Janice, come out here. Okay, what's a good show on Netflix? What's your favorite show on Netflix?
Black Mirror.
Okay, I tried watching it. I couldn't get past the first episode where he's trying to fuck the pig. Where he's got to fuck the pig. It was too... It's actually satirical. Maybe is it satire? Maybe I was missing the joke.
No, it's pretty serious.
Okay.
Yeah, it's full on.
If it was satirical, like a what is it, like Arrested Development kind of thing, where
Yeah.
it was like, you know, I would like it.
But we're also our house has been watching a lot of like middle of the road The Office. Which
Oh, yeah.
I kind of skipped The Office when it came out, and that show is so well written.
It's so good.
So funny.
It's really funny.
So yeah.
Okay, those two, like.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song right now? Do you have a song in your head?
There's just this song in my head. I've been listening to this guy named Crazy Lambit.
Is he from Saskatchewan?
No.
Does he play?
It's
a
like
banjo?
super Coachella electronic music,
Oh my
like
God.
so lame. But I don't know. I like the vibe.
Okay.
Doing Yoga is the song that I'm thinking of.
Okay, doing yoga.
Yeah.
Crazy Lambit.
Crazy
The
Lambit.
name is too funny. Okay, also, I was thinking about this earlier. Coachella or Electric Daisy Carnival? Which one would you rather go to?
Coachella for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have a
I don't know.
There's electric daisy carnivals all over the place, though, isn't there? Like Miami, and they have them EDC,
I don't know.
a bunch of different versions.
I just know it's wild.
Yeah, it gets rowdy, but I've never been to Coachella, and I feel like
Coachella's
you gotta
cool.
just check the box.
You gotta
you know?
go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What are your favorite shoes that you own?
I have a pair of Wolverine 1,000-mile boots. They're my favorite shoes.
Hot. I don't know what those are, but sound nice.
A solid leather boot.
Anything to do with Wolverine, like, I like it. X-Men,
Word.
yeah, hot. Cool. I like it. Something you would like to pursue for fun, given time and money, etc. All that fun shit.
Gardening.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like large scale
Like-
hydroponic systems.
Farming
Like
or...
my dream is to have at some point like essentially a commune, like a couple acres of land with multiple homes on it.
Okay.
Maybe my parents over there, maybe my sister over there, maybe a homie that needs a place to stay.
Okay.
But then have your own sustainable food operation.
That's cool.
That's the future I'm working
I
towards.
mean, well, when there's zombies...
I think about that shit all the time.
Fuck me too.
Like,
why do
end
you
of
think I
world
work out
type
so
shit?
much? People are like, why do you, oh Monica, you work out so much? I'm like doing the push-ups and the bench and shit. I'm like, fuck, I gotta be able to punch a zombie out. Like, it's at
It's
the
all
back of my
zombie
mind.
preparation.
And I have to be able to
Alright.
run fast. Like, have you seen, like, what's that movie, Zombieland or whatever? The guy's like, good cardio is like necessary because you gotta outrun the zombies.
I love
and I'm
that.
like,
That's
that's
like
gonna be me.
an actual motivator for you to get in the
I
gym. That's
know.
good. That's positive.
Is it?
You
Survival
need to know your
tactics?
motivation. Yeah.
Hey, whatever.
So gardening. That's why.
Okay, gardening. I love it. I love gardening. What are your random talents? You have a lot of random weird shit that you're good at. You can do back tuck. It's the coolest thing ever. I love it.
Thank you. I think
So
that's the one I
cool.
get the most love for. Is just being able to do a backflip.
Well, how many people can do backflips? Exactly. No.
Well, depends on where you're at, but there's.
True.
I've been in a couple dance circles where there's a few people that can.
Oh shit. You're up in dance circles now. You
It's
can
well,
dance.
when you're a one-trick pony, you know. I live my life trying to find the next dance circle.
Next, when you can do, I guess that's what happens though. When you can do a back tuck like in the air, is like you kind of just have to go to those social spaces where like that's okay because
Exactly.
you need to do it as much. You have to show people that. Okay. Cool. But no, anything else? I brought that up. I don't know. What else can you do? Monkey dance.
You know I'm a pro leveler. That's a pretty hidden talent.
Well, yeah, that is actually really hidden. You hide that. Actively hide it.
I don't
I
mess
bring
it
it
up
up
very
all the time.
Yeah,
think
I like
it's
that
cool.
you're carrying the torch of leveling.
It's just
right
the
now.
funniest. I still have that video from us at our
Staff
staff party.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, I should play that.
That needs to
'cause Josh-
resurface for
Josh
sure.
Barr.
On the car.
No. He puts his leg up on like a shelf, just one leg, and he's wearing jeans and flip flops.
I don't know if I want to
And
see
he's
that.
so it's so funny. It's just too good. Anyway, what's the last picture of on your phone?
I was doing boring work stuff today, so it's a for-lease space on Granville.
I love how you know that that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you just
I
always
took
know.
lots of photos
Mine
today.
are always memes. Iced coffee or frap?
Iced coffee.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Toronto or Vancouver?
I can't really answer that right now.
Dun, dun,
Vancouver.
dun.
Vancouver. Just to be determined.
Okay, Vancouver today, because today was
Perfect.
yeah, you were power washing the deck. Okay, and if you could give young Matt one piece of advice, what would it be? Young Maddie.
Stay true to yourself.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know.
Stay true.
Stay true. Probably would have told myself to get frosted tips. I never had them, and I'm like pretty sad that I skipped that trend.
Did you have puka shells?
No, never went to Hawaii. Was never blessed enough to go there.
Oh man.
But I kind of
That's
wish I
sad.
had some like old photos of me with frosted tips.
I wish you did too.
Right?
That's sad. So, 14-year-old Matt,
Frosted
get
tips.
frosted tips.
That's the one thing I would tell him.
okay.
Because it could have altered the entire course of my life. You never know.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I've got for. We're done now. That's all. Nothing left to ask you, Matt, other than leave.
Much love, Monica.
I'm just kidding.
This is fun.
Anyways, thank you so much for coming and doing this with me.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, gladly. I find you super interesting, and you're kind of funny, and I thought, hey, let's put that on
Well, you know what?
some MP3 file.
We're not even graduated.
Yes, you're right, actually. Let's frame that. You're not even graduated. You're on the show graduated. I mean, it's pretty good.
It's good. We're
That's
living
pretty
out
good.
here.
Yeah, we're living. We're just, whatever. Close enough. Who's counting? But that's all we have. And thank you so much for being on Graduated. I'm Monica. This is Matt Steffen. Follow him at Matty Slangs. And that's it.
Signing off.
Check 2, 1, 2.
Kill.